What's up, everyone? It's Snapper77. Today we're having a look at a war that's currently going on with ISO 8D. For those of you who don't know, that's Mr. Seatin's alliance. So it's going to be a pretty fun war. The war is actually still going on there. I'm up to the bleed node right now, and I'm going to be going to bed here soon. I just wanted to do a little bit now. Just they're scrolling down, and you can see there's Seatin. Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun war. It's real close right now. They have a couple more defender kills than us, but we've explored a lot more, so it's gonna be pretty close. I feel it's gonna come maybe right down to the wire. This all or nothing node in my lane had me really concerned because it was showing a 5-star Mystic champ, and the guy was displaying a rank 5 Mephisto, and so I immediately went and looked all over the map to check out all his placements, and he had no other 5-star Mystic placed. So I was really concerned. I was actually made it up my mind that I was not going to attack that node until he joined offense, because I wanted to see if he brought Mephisto for offense, which when he did join, he did bring Mephisto, which was good. It was good for me, but it's also bad at the same time, is because he's taking the lane that has our Medusa, and we have a Medusa boss, so it's he's probably gonna solo both of those, possibly, depending on how good he is. I don't know how good of a player he is or whatever. My first node was a science. I didn't really know what to expect on this node. It was Gladiator Hulks. First time I faced him in AW. I had a problem parrying him. Every time I went to parry him, it just kept it was registering as blocks. The match went pretty smooth though. I took a little bit of block damage, but that's about it. I got the L1 there, and I didn't want to. I'm not comfortable with fighting him there, so I didn't want to counter him on that L1. I figured I'd wait and parry him, and then go for the kill that way, rather than try and counter off his L1, just in case I was going to get hit. So I played it really safe against Gladiator Hulk, but it worked out well. It was a pretty good fight overall. And then now I'm coming up to my next fight, which was Cosmic. I knew it's Cosmic on this node. It's like 99% chance it's going to be Symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah, because it's a special one, an unblockable L1. Yeah, so I just brought it in Stark Enhance there and pounded this node out pretty quick. I got to do my first combo, and then I was going to build up my 10 poise charges, just so that way I could finish him off without even worrying about seeing a special attack from him, which I'm not overly concerned with his L1 with Stark Enhance Spider-Man, or pretty well any other champ really. But I didn't want him to get his L1, because once he fires off his L1, then he has auto evade, but Symbiote Spider-Man, it's not so bad because you can just wait it out as his evades on a timer. So there's the second match down, and yeah, coming into the all or nothing node now. I didn't really know what to expect because it wasn't Mephisto, because he brought him on offense. So I was thinking it was probably like 5-star. I'm thinking it could be he wasn't showing any other. I was thinking it was a rank 3, so I'm thinking like Unstoppable Colossus, maybe Mordo, something like that. I didn't think it was Magic, because if he was a Magic, it would have probably been a rank 5 or rank 4, and he would have been showing in the profile. So I'm thinking Unstoppable Colossus or Mordo. Mordo was my main guess really here. I threw on a bunch of boosts there and topped up my health just in case. I'm thinking if I eat an L3, I won't have the best chance to survive. So I threw on the 33% more boost and topped up my health with a level 3 and went in, and it was Loki. I was pleasantly surprised here. He ended up clipping me here. I missed my parry. I thought like I hit my block to parry, and it didn't parry him then, so I released it and I was gonna attack, and I got hit there because it was a block instead of a parry. but nonetheless, it didn't do that much damage to me there, and was able to get him down pretty easily for the most part, and I was just relieved to have that node down and moving on to the next section of my lane. The next few nodes coming up aren't overly problematic for me. The main node I'm concerned about now is the bleed node coming up, which I haven't fought yet. This was science class, 5-star. It's usually Spider-Man or something like that, but 5-star could be. It wasn't showing persistent charges. To be honest, I really wasn't sure what to expect on this node because they seemed to be having like the diversity was pretty high. I don't know what their diversity is of yet, but I haven't heard of any dupes, but we'll see. It ended up being Luke Cage. Oh yeah, this wasn't really a good fight for me. I ended up he did a double attack while I was building poise charges, and he got me with the second attack, kind of threw me off, and then I got stunned off that hit. He was able to get a few more hits in. So, but I didn't get rattled too much, so I was able to recover nicely and get back into rhythm. That's one thing that with building poise charges with Stark Enhanced Spider-Man is those champs that do the double attacks. You can get hit or clipped easily sometimes when you go to evade that second attack if you don't time it just right, and that's what happened there. So my Stark Enhanced Spider-Man's not in too bad of shape. I was planning on using Stark Enhanced Spider-Man for this node too. This node doesn't really give you too many problems. It's usually a Taskmaster or a Agent Venom or a Punisher on this node, so that was one of the guys I was expecting on this node. Stark Enhanced Spider-Man usually absolutely destroys this node, so I had no problems bringing him in even at half health without topping him up. Next node, I would end up being Taskmaster here. I was able to just get parry and first combo in, and then the plan was to build up 10 poise charges, and then just to take him down without having to worry about seeing any special attacks. And and my next match after this, I haven't fought it yet. I'm a little bit concerned about it. It's actually a placement by Mr. Seatin himself. It's a 5-star unduped science champ, and I'm pretty sure it's MODOK. I'm not very good at fighting MODOK an AW yet on the stun immune, so we'll see how this fight goes. It probably will be in the morning there with the mini boss fight. And welcome back there, guys. Okay, I was just waking up in the morning here and waiting for my node to be cleared. It was cleared up there. I was having connection issues. Jaden was having connection issues too. He actually lost a match because he got booted from a match from a connection issue. You can see there it's taking forever there for this to load up to go to the match. This was the match I was waiting for. It's against Seatin's 5-star unduped science. It wasn't showing persistent charges, but I've seen in the past on this node that MODOK shows no persistent charges. I was pretty sure it was MODOK. I wasn't 100% sure, but I was pretty sure. This war is at this point is like a dead heat. So I threw on some boosts for sure for this match. I did not want to give up a kill. I haven't been fighting very well against MODOK on this node, so I wanted to make sure I was going to be able to have the best possible chance to take this node down. Actually, our war isn't over yet. It's like everything is tied up pretty much. We have more of the map explored, so it's going to be really close. It's going to come right down to the wire. Yeah, this fight went extremely well. I was very pleased with this match. The next match, well, we'll see that later on, but I don't really want to talk about it. It was kind of a embarrassment match on round 1. So the plan here was to just block and bait out his heavy attacks and go in with 4-hit combos, not finish my combos off in case he auto-blocked that last hit, and build up towards my L2 and drop the L2 and bait and evade his special attacks. The L2 did quite a bit of damage here. I pushed him to L2, but I wasn't worried about it at this point. I just blocked that and then finish him off here. Yeah, so that was that. The Modoc match there against Seatin, and I was very pleased with the match. They were coming up to the mini boss fight against Doc Hawk here. I don't really know what happened on this match. I missed like every parry that the match was like, I never even got a hit in, I'll just say that much. The fight opens, I come out, miss my opening parry. I felt I timed it perfectly. Then I recovered from the hits and then tried to parry him again and missed. And then I got put into the corner there and it was all over. I even topped up my blade there with like a level 2 just so he'd be full health, just for good luck. But the luck wasn't on my side in this match, that's for sure. I was pretty pissed off with this match because the war is so close. Hopefully it doesn't end up costing us the war. Okay, here we go. Parry. No, not gonna happen. Okay, let's try that again. Oh boy, so now I'm in like a world of trouble here. I actually paused it here. I was like, what the heck am I gonna do here now? I was like, there's no way I can win this match. I'm pretty much dead here. So I figured I'd just unpause it. I'll try and intercept his heavy and hope for the best. And that didn't go very well. See, I missed the intercept on his heavy, and it was KO'd there, and yeah, I didn't even get a hit in. I was beyond pissed. So I went back in here with Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, and I got some revenge. I had a really nice rematch versus Doc Hawk with my oh yeah, I was so bummed I had to message my buddy there, Takuma, to tell him about my match. I was just telling him that I screwed up bad and didn't even get a hit in. So I went back in here with Stark Enhanced Spider-Man, and I cleaned him up. The match went really well. I topped up his health just to make sure. I did not want to give up any more kills whatsoever. Yeah, like I said, this war is like a dead heat. We're like tied in kills, and we have a little bit more exploration, but it's gonna go right to the wire. It's been probably one of the best wars I've been in a while. It's been pretty good. So the plan here was I was just going to try and use my parries and get some hits in and bait out his L1 and then counter off that. I see the power drain was coming in, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to get up to my L2. I was build up a few poise charges here and there, but the way Doc Hawk attacks, it's hard to build poise charges up against him, so I didn't want to take too many chances building poise charges. Just wanted to use my parries and get my specials in when I can before my power would be drained. And I missed. That was one mistake I made there. Is I hesitated after my L1 and then I would try to use my power drain on him, and it didn't work. And then I ended up getting clipped there with the tail end of his L2, but I was able to finish him off right here, and I was pretty happy with the match overall. And that's our war up until now. We're waiting on Mystic there. He's going to try and solo the boss there. He's a really good fighter and really good versus Medusa. And welcome back there. We're just coming up here for the end, and ended up being a victory for us. Shiv and Mystic ended up tag teaming the Medusa for the takedown. We were able to hold them off for a win. It was really close. We ended up having a few more defender kills, and that ended up being the difference. Look forward to seeing a rematch versus them, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good one. It was really nice to beat Mr. Seatin's Alliance.